So you have an agreement with another side. As part of the agreement, you need to trigger certain events. Maybe you want to be able to terminate the contract at some point, or maybe you need to tell them to do something for you at some point. Everything's agreed in the contract, it's written down, but you've come to let them know what that you need them to do, and they haven't replied. They argue that you haven't made contact with them, or that you haven't made contact with them in the way that they would have liked. You look through the contract, and sure enough, there isn't something in there that confirms how you are supposed to communicate with them and how you are supposed to serve notice on them. A dispute arises, and you argue that you've breached the contract, and they argue they haven't because you didn't make contact with them in the form or means that they wanted. This could have all been avoided if you had what's called a notice clause within the contract. You'll actually see it in most contracts that you sign, and it just confirms how you are supposed to communicate with each other. So a notice clause can confirm exactly what means of communication should be used, whether it's going to be an email, phone call, or some other form of in writing. It can also confirm what addresses should be used, so exact email addresses or exact postal addresses. It should also confirm notice periods. So once you've made contact or sent something via those means of communications, it should confirm how long that you can wait before the trigger event will be considered triggered, even if you don't hear back from the other side. And finally, it should confirm how you can change that address. Obviously, email addresses, maybe agents will change from time to time, and you need the ability to be able to change that with the other side. So notice clauses are essential, at least in my opinion. They're great for clear communication, but more importantly, they can avoid disputes, such as disputes over trigger events or disputes as to whether a contract has been breached or hasn't been breached.